the first Sunday of the joyful season of Lent. Welcome. A title for today's liturgy might be Temptation Sunday. The gospel opens with Jesus having left the Jordan. A very significant experience, of course, at the Jordan was that he went in to be baptized, to be cleansed as a human being, Jewish man, and he comes out a new Israel as the nation of Israel, and you'll hear it in the first reading from Deuteronomy. They were freed from the Egyptian oppression by wonderful deeds, becoming the people of God. Jesus goes through the waters and comes out hearing, "You are my beloved Son. I am pleased with you. Know who you are. Receive who you are." And so he is led by that same Spirit, the good Spirit, out into the desert, and that's today's gospel. He goes to be affirmed. You could say, well, he was tempted. Yes, he was tempted to be unaffirmed, unnamed, discredited. Don't believe that you are the Son of God. Prove it. Change these stones into bread. Temptations. It's very interesting here at the university. This week, 2 students told me they were giving up social media for Lent and hopefully for the rest of their lives, because social media is a constant temptation to prove that they're not the poor person they are. They are receiving likes. And one person said that she worships at the altar of her screen, whose affirmation, all her many likes, are as shallow as the glass of the screen. Pretty good image. Are you enough? And I was wondering and watching Jesus being tempted to change the stones into bread. And if he had done that, the evil spirit would say, can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you constantly get your affirmation by what you do? And Jesus says, I know who I am. I am the beloved. And I do not live by bread alone, nor changing stones into bread. And then he takes Jesus to be tempted. I'll give you all the kingdoms, all the power. You will have impotence reduced in you. You will have infinite potency, all the power. And Jesus said, I don't need that. I have the power of self-reverence, self-acceptance. And I can resist the ego demanding more power, please. More affirmation by what I do. Kingdoms. I know who I am. I receive who I am. One of the things about temptations, if you follow this, if you want to know what's really good in you, watch what is being tempted. Tempted like you're not enough, you're not good, you're not as good as someone else. Compare a sinning. Get your identity, which can never be achieved, of course. Get it, keep getting it, keep getting it. Power, domination. Jesus said, You challenge me with your attractive word, if. I counter that by am. I am. I know who I am. I have received who I am. I don't have to achieve who I am. What I achieve is a fruit of my accepting who I am. I don't have to prove who I am. I have to receive who I am and then do something with it. And Jesus does. And so he gets tempted to dive off the precipice in Jerusalem and God will take care of you. No, I believe who I am. It doesn't need proof. We like proof. Our ego likes proof. More likes, please. More experiences of God's taking care of me to prove who I am. No, I am. And Jesus lives that. It's very interesting, and I'd like you to listen to the last verse of the gospel. The evil spirit, the devil, leaves him for that time. He'll be back. Tempting him. Don't be Jesus. Don't assume that you are the Son of God. Prove it. Or maybe I can get you not to do the good that is in you to do as Son of God. The basic thing of the evil spirit is not to sin. It's to not do good. To keep Jesus preoccupied by changing bread from stones. Getting power. Don't go around healing and teaching and feeding. Those are too good. Those are too expressive of the God that says, not only are you Son of God, my beloved, but so are all who are created through you, whom you heal from negativity to productivity. So the evil spirit says, stay at home. Don't share. Keep getting artificial likes. Or go around doing good so that you get likes. And I will always tempt you that the reason you are doing good is to get likes. No. Do the good that God gives you to do, as it did with Jesus. It'll be tempted. But because it's tempted, it's probably exactly what God wants you to receive and share. So as you receive the Eucharist, you receive who God says you are. Now live it, even though you will be tempted not to live it, not to believe it.